Aquarius, how you doing? So welcome to your twin versus twin reading. So the reason why I'm calling it twin versus twin is because through these soulmate relationships, it can either be a soulmate relationship or it can literally be a twin flame relationship. But generally, something that you could well experience a lot of mirroring through. So it will also, I will try to, as I go through it, if I can incorporate a lot of lessons that will be to do with your family and your work as well, but how that might start to play out and form a mirror between you and the distance between your twin if you're in separation, or your soulmate, or your groupings. But we'll see as we go along. So it's a bit like you versus them, but twin versus twin. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus from the 1st, from now until the 15th. Until the 15th. July, until the 15th of July. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, now to the 15th of July. So that one. Whoa, so you got Capricornian energy. So the devil appears. You're the devil in disguise. Oh yes you are. Someone's trying to disguise themselves. Possible. This could be a bit of codependency, or it can literally just mean Capricorn. Some people might be trying to get some people might be having a Brazilian, like trying to get themselves ready in order for a passionate encounter possible. So it doesn't have to be a bad energy. It can just literally mean that you've got an extremely strong magnetic pull towards them that through this period of time is going to teach, well, the lessons are obviously going to be around being dependent, codependent, and then forming a strong bond to make it healthy. If it's extremely unhealthy, then you'll know where you are on your path. If it's new or something like that, it's I mean, either way round, you're still looking at some kind of toxic pattern of behaviour that could have formed through childhood, obviously, or through codependence to children or mothers or anything, or an addictive quality of actually living or being, which could even be like a depressive state for some, for money. Or like a need and a want maybe, but who knows, it's still a 6, so it's still like love. There's like passion, love and desire, but it depends on what kind of passion, love and desire that is. Okay, so that's this side. So it's a Capricorn, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus. Show me their twin, show me their soulmate. Please show me the other person that's connected with Aquarius. Please show me the other person that's connected with Aquarius, please. Show me the other person that's connected with Aquarius. Too many cards, guys, sorry. But we just want one, please. One card for the other person for Aquarius. Thank you. There you go. Soulmate. And I think that was in that cluster that fell. Some internal conflict, you know. But this can be like, there you go, it's the soulmate energy. So it's an old soulmate for some people, but it's still relating to past life. So in past life, you had a lot of things to deal with through karma, and you've got a lot of stuff to actually deal with now. But this can be a passionate desire to actually have children with someone, or actually to build a life with your person. It's a reflecting energy, definitely through what we've got happening in astrology through the eclipse. So it can, for some, it depends on how it goes with changing lanes, but someone returning from the past is like a definite kind of energy. So the strongest card being out, meaning that somebody has to definitely sacrifice something in order for anything to come into fruition. So that can literally mean like a family or a home life that you have built up, or this person has built up, and they actually say live at home with parents or children, and they actually want to move and break free from that, because there might be some kind of codependency to mother, father, home, town, state, providence, country, religion, you know, counter reactions, counter dependency. That's kind of what I'm feeling, like a bit of like a restrictive feeling to maybe mother or father kind of thing. So through that period of time, there's going to be reflecting on that energy that could bring people back from the past as a general overview energy. Okay, because there's a lot of reminiscing about the past people or past person, reminiscing, but also reminiscing of where there might be a want and a need in order for some people to actually get pregnant or to become a father or to become a mother. If not, then there's an actual, well, there's a sexual desire for the soulmate, but there's also a desire also to break this pattern that seems to, whatever seems to be coming out maybe, where there's a codependency to mother or father or home state, providence, home life, that could be isolation, through a toxic pattern of past life, through not moving away maybe for some people for a long period of time and being attached to a mother-father energy or a family dynamic for some, that can lead to a lot of dependency and counterdependency. Codependency and counterdependency, they're quite similar, but it's all really about breaking free from this kind of restrictive bound that somebody has over someone. So it can mean like there's a general feeling of like selling out, like, well, you know, if you do this or you do that, then I'm not going to like it, the fact that you're going to sacrifice me and leave me behind, and I don't like that. So I need to keep a hold of you in order for you to do that, because I'm codependent. Capricorn energy. For some, it doesn't have to be, excuse me, but there's also a general feel around, like I said, like selling out, like it does. I'm not really picking it up as an energy of like, well, you say this and you say that, and then I'll let them know that you've done this or that. It might, but it's more of a general energy of like, because the Capricorn energy would mean sacrifice of like, you know, I was just going to say Satan, but Saturn. Satan, yeah. But obviously sacrifice of anything that's negative, of ego. So Saturn, obviously there's things that are happening within Saturn at the moment. I think it's transiting right as well, and the eclipse. So it can mean like a return, as your soulmate could want to return back to you. But you've got Capricorn energy, water sign energy. So this person might have something to do with either one, they have children with you or don't, or they just have children, or two, they have like family, or it's something to do with family, children, mother, family, children, mother. This could be more of a want and a need to be independent from family, mother, wanting, needing any more, like no more needing, and I need to sacrifice this energy now, kind of feeling coming out. So tell me more about the devil, please. The devil. The devil. Because I'm not really even picking up as a like gambling addiction, but it's like a gamble in order to. It's like I don't know why I just picked up on Las Vegas. I've done that with other signs. I don't know why. The devil. Like Elvis has left the building. Oh, you know, that kind of. Like leaving, I'm leaving home tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I done all I can. I see a big stone in a barrel. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. Sorry, I can't help that, but someone's legs are wide open, sorry. Sorry, Aquarius, I just, yeah, I think that's why I come up with like, You might be hating me now or like laughing your ass off, but it's just what I'm picking up. There could be like desire of like wanting to be with soulmate energy, or someone sees someone as like easy prey, like a predatorial energy of prey. Could be to do with maybe a possible Leo. Prey is what I just heard. Like I'm praying, like someone could actually be praying to Satan. Who knows? Let's have a look though, Aquarius, right? So, the devil, tell me more about the devil that's in disguise. Someone could be going to a Halloween thing, so it might be future. Too many cards, the devil. Stop thinking about the reading. The devil. Please tell me why the devil is here. Please tell me the devil. The devil. Please give me one card. I don't know, one card for the devil, please. One card under the devil. One card. Tell me more about this side, the devil. There you go. Codependency. I think I was picking up that feel through a few of the cards that were flying over. There's a little bit of abandonment kind of feeling of the Five of Pentacles stuff that I kind of glimpsed at as I was shuffling. Messing it up with my hands. I've been working out, so a codependency. It's still, there's two cards of major sacrifice. Someone can be I mean, this can be like wish fulfillment, like there's a euphoric feeling in the air of like, love is in the air everywhere I look around, love is in the air, every sight and every sound. Someone's voice maybe, pick that up for another sign, because it's still like wish fulfillment, but there's still something that needs sacrificing for. This is not everybody, because even these readings, you'll still be able to relate to these to Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, even though they're twin versus twin, or soulmate versus soulmate. Really does depend what I can channel, and it won't relate to everybody through these readings of here, okay? But 15, right? Which is 6. So you've got two 6s. So it might have a Gemini feel around it. 6. But return again of the past. You see a return of a lesson around codependency. So this one, this side, is generally feeling like happy, like, but can relate to like, for some can relate to narcissism. It can. And trust me, I am a big promoter of that in order to help people through these karmic chrysalids for you to get to your actual twin. Okay, we have many different soulmates, many different experiences with people, you know. So I do ram that home to a lot of people about control, because you do have like negative energy, positive energy, negative energy, positive energy, the ego, everything that keeps the pride alive, you know. But you have 15 as a reflection of 6, and it adds up to a 6, you see. So there's a lot of reflection for a codependency and a counterdependency at the moment. But really, what it is a very strong connection for a lot of people, like a very strong connection. For some of you, it's a very toxic karmic pattern that one could have, okay? But for some people, it's just an extreme strong pull towards each other, really, through this time. For some of you, you might be experiencing someone wanting to return to the past, return back. That's why I keep picking up Return the Sender, like Elvis songs. Like Elvis has left the building, but Elvis is, here's Johnny, like, I'm back. Like, you know, what's the 6 of, so that would be Red Rum, right? Here's Johnny, Red Run, 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 till the daddy took the T-bird away. And I'm hearing some songs, and she had fun, 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 till the daddy took the T-bird away. The daddy took something away, and someone didn't like it, or someone doesn't like it. Capricorn energy doesn't like it. Yeah, a Capricorn energy doesn't like something. Maybe drinking quite a lot. Maybe just contemplating on things too much and not ever really doing much for some people. Which is like where some people could see this energy as like, well, that's extremely draining. You need to get up. Some people could have a codependency to food for some people, and alcohol, like food, alcohol and drugs, or just food and alcohol. But someone's getting like sitting pretty in like just being like emotionally satisfied, and it can also mean like sex and desire, of meaning a sexual desire of satisfaction, I can't get no satisfaction. Still on the search for the 1% prophecy of like, are we ever after? But because both of these add up to a 6, it kind of depletes itself back down to not really being a 9. It's kind of like a dependency of like sexual desire for a lot of people. If not, it's a toxic drain on a family situation as well, where someone just doesn't move. You know, they need to like find a counter dependency of like having some kind of action. Let's see. So, tell me more about the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups. So you've got Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So for some of you, it might be like double Capricorn, or something like it could be the family member for some people, showing up as a reflection of like just a reading. But these can be family members, you see. The court cards can be like people that are involved. So they can be like mothers, fathers, daughters, brothers or sisters, or the court even. But the masculine, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, could be a family member of the children, or the children are a family member of the 6 of Cups. But wanting something more grounded and stable from this energy here is reflecting on those times of like father kind of, it could be a codependency to the father mother kind of really being the father or the mother. It's coming out as a lesson through some of this, is what I'm really picking this reading up so far, is a lot to do with codependency, counterdependency, and toxic patterns that have happened within family dynamics. That's why I'm trying to relate these twin versus twin as a general overview dynamic of what can really help you the most. I'm not a let's look what's up with the masculine and let's see what's happening with the feminine in a general reading. It's not feasible. It's not in my eyes. You know, I've had many a connection with on my journey, and what I've led through mine is that we have plenty of directions and paths that we take through free will, and tarot cards is what I'm really getting at. You can never really relate it down to one person, because you have soul groups that are also there as valuable lessons for you to learn that will help you more through your process of twin flame soulmate energy, because it's counterdependency and codependency of doing things the wrong way, of like the television, but it would still be mother and father codependency, see? So I'm really picking that up as a feeling through this reading so far, that it's got a family dynamic that's happening with people that could be like something that's come to a closure, or it's coming to a closure, or it has, but it can also be manifesting out into someone's like euphoricness of like how you would manifest through sacrifice of things coming to a closure of like a good closure or a bad closure for some people. It really would depend on the future of that, but you've got two. Whoa! Thank you, Spirit. Wow. You've got 2 6s. The Devil is a 6. You've got the 6 of Cups, which is a very, very strong connection with someone. 2 6s, but because this 9 and this 6 here of Cups make 6, also, you've got 6 6 6. So you've got obviously also as the first card being 6 of Capricorn, there's a very strong sexual desire, but there's also a very strong family dynamic that's progressed through past life, where it could be some kind of block that could be affecting things, could be slightly hindering certain things because of money, or because of like a block because of masculine quality of power, but it might not be. But generally it's a very, someone has experienced a lot of codependency and counterdependency of some kind of family dynamic that like, because this King of Pentacles can be someone also very stern. It don't have to be, but it's like a masculine quality. So it can either be someone that's a very good father figure, father-mother figure, but there's still also some kind of counter-dependency that's coming from this energy here, of this energy here. It's like an unbreakable chain for some, because it's to do with family. Because it's family, you see. And because it's family, it feels to me that this has gone on for quite some time, where somebody could still be, or well have been, very, like, can start to be overweight for some people, but I'm feeling it more around like a stubbornness of not preparing to, like, stop drinking or stop draining oneself, pretty much, like a real codependent way of just remaining stuck in the same chair is what I'm picking up, you know, just like, because both of these in pigments for me of what I'm drawn to, they're both on thrones. So just a chair, you know, just a general chair, like an armchair or something, but like you know, will you fucking move type sort of feeling. Just energy, not like I'm saying that about people or what, but a general energy of like. So let's see. So more about this Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Too many. It's definitely to do with children. One card, please. This energy could well be spying for some people on this energy here. Like an ex past soulmate relationship, or it's just children through their ace, through the Page of Swords. Tell me more about this Nine of Cups. One card, please. Just one card for the Nine of Cups. Continue on with this story, please. For this side, for the Nine of Cups. One card, please. Thank you. So, there you go. So it was air sign before. So this is gathering information of where it's a very big codependency on also family, but it's also a taking energy where all I just want to do is take and take. But or it can just mean like I'm owed something, like an ode, because the nines in me are like I'm owed something, like I'm on the search for my 1% profit. Well, where is my profit? I'm owed a profit and I'm waiting to receive it. I'm waiting to receive my 1% of what it is that I'm worth, because the nine would talk about self-worth, you know. Capricorn energy would still talk about self-worth and value to not do that same kind of thing. So the Queen would be more like, well, I'm just wanting my 1% prophecy of my 9, where I need to reach this 10 independently away from this toxic behavior. So I only want the truth from this side, which is something to do with a family dynamic is what I'm picking it up. Or so if we're relating this to your twin flame or your soulmate, this energy seems to be a taker, the taker, which can be the masculine. Okay, the masculine. And just because this King of Pentacles is a masculine, it can be like a same-sex type thing, but this can also, in a general reading, mean a woman. So it can mean the feminine energy, like a feminine but a guy, or like a masculine. Don't get involved with that, because it can get so difficult. But man or woman, but generally someone that's very caring and giving and sure likes nice things and probably owns a nice property in the background, a nice property, and has like prophecy, what was the word? Property value. That's it. Sorry, property value. property. I'm picking it up because in the background of the houses and like, but property value, and there's property here. Like profit value, but property value, as in waiting for a profit. A profit, or where do I eventually then come into this dynamic for my profit of my property? It's like a claim. It's like I'm claiming my property, but my I keep babbling. I don't know why. Like you are mine. Like I want you to be mine. I've got a sexual desire also for some people because I see you as a strong masculine energy, and I'm like wanting to take that now for some people, or it's property value. Like this person has learnt a lot about value, self-worth and value, as this energy probably hasn't. It depends on how this toxic here is for you. I can't tell you just because it's the devil and the Nine of Cups. If you're saying that's a complete fucking strain and I'm cut this energy off and out and it's just like done and over, then that's done and over, and that's just generally you've put things to a closure and all you're willing to accept is like money or like something from the family. So let's have a see of the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Thank you. We've got two energies. So I'm only going to take the first card. I have to take the two. So you've got, there you go, waiting on my investment, but someone's trapped in that kind of energy. This is like a mind prison, but it's not so much of an unavoidable escape. Someone's trying to maybe illusionist that's trying to intimidate maybe someone. Possible. A little bit of intimidation. But you've got someone that wants to like reinvest into a soulmate relationship and they're waiting for that to happen. Don't forget, this is Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus kind of people too. And they're waiting on like something to come into fruition, but while they're waiting, they are just like probably planning their escape from a family, is what I'm picking it up as. Like there's some kind of going back to the story of the family, that there's a family dynamic of a codependency, counterdependency reaction of that kind of chain that's been built up through like a strong family thing. Could be heritage and all that sort of stuff, like of wealth for some. But like this is more like what I was going back to of like I'm waiting to be an illusionist of like my escape. Like there is an energy that's forming through, I'm just waiting for my investment of my 1% of my what I'm worth, and then I'm gone. Like, you know, that's the feeling that I'm getting through the story that was channeled at the beginning of like, for some it can be I'm just literally entrapped in this situation because you're my mother or father. So there will never be any true escape, but because it's not major and it's an 8, to me it means that the universe is calling as an 8, as they do, as the soul to say, you need to release yourself. You can release yourself from this karma. You have no obligation to that because they're family members. If you don't get on or they're toxic and they're draining to you, if that is, you don't never obviously have to forget them because they're your family members. This is just a general for anybody. But what it's saying is that I picked this up as an 8, which it is, right? So through universe of what we listen to, obviously it's a self-imposed prison. So it means that you can release yourself from this at any point in time. If it's strong narcissism and it's strong toxic behavior, then that's why this would be more difficult to move from. It would take time of moving from it yourself for it to not be there anymore, you know, which is why it comes down to the universe is saying if you're not happy in the situation that you are in, then you've got to literally move, like not just stay in that situation, but literally move. You know, get in a jumbo jet or something, or a or whatever, and actually move. You know. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to carry on with this over on Patreon. A lot of people have joined us on Patreon, or it will also be over on Vimeo like normal. You have access to literally everything on those sites, but on Patreon you obviously get access to the monthlies, weeklies, these readings, other readings. I'm not one that just stick by a structure. I just pretty much pick up the cards and start doing someone a reading of what I think that I need to do. So over on there, the Patreon, obviously, for very cheap, you get access to literally everything for as long as you like. And what we're going to look at is what's blocking you. We'll do changing lanes of what's coming in between, and normally that's when I can start to channel more. We'll look at the thoughts and the feelings coming from other people, but generally I have to wait until I ask those questions because I feel of what's the best to ask. But it's still very cheap, so you know it's going to give you a good perspective of what's going on with the other person as well. I try to incorporate everything as I possibly can. But we'll see when we get over on the other side, guys. Thanks very much for your support, your kind words. I'm actually leaving soon on the 11th. So if you want a reading, a personal reading that's like this, if you want me to book you in, just give me an email in the description below and I can do your reading like this. If you want, it can be via Skype or it can be via just a recorded video like this. Okay, all right, guys. I'll hopefully see you over there soon, and peace.